Hey guys, so today I wanted to feature fresh fruit. This stamp set is retiring and it was one of my favorites from this annual catalog, and I wanted to make sure to feature it before it goes away forever. The set comes with, the suite comes with the stamp set, and then you get coordinating ribbon, twine, and also DSP down here. And I have the DSP here. Well, the DSP is sold out. The stamp sets are only guaranteed till May 22nd. So you'll be able to find this until May 22nd, and then it will be while supplies last. But everything else, the ribbon, designer series paper, embellishments, it's all while supplies last. So here's the stamp set. You get 24 stamp sets, and you can use, they have a very watercolor look. You can use them, the solid image by itself, or you can also top it with the outlined image. So it is two-step stamping, but these work well standing alone. And then you get some great sentiments. We age not by years, but by stories, which goes great with fruit. Happy birthday. P.S. My best stories are with you. Thank you. I'm here for you. Love you more. So really great. And the images are bigger than this. So here is the stamp set. So really nice size. The ribbon that coordinates with the stamp set is Flirty Flamingo Ruched. Is it ruched? I think it's, oh, it probably says here. Yes, ruched ribbon, Peekaboo Peach ruched ribbon, and then you got this beautiful Cucumber Crush striped ribbon. And these are available while supplies last. So all supply links will be listed below if you're interested. And these are retiring. The colors that coordinate with the suite are Watermelon Wonder, Daffodil Delight, Cucumber Crush, Tangerine Tango, Pear Pizzazz, Flirty Flamingo, and then I brought in Soft Suede, and I'm going to show you what I used for Soft Suede. So here's the DSP. You cannot order the DSP. I placed my last order, and thankfully I was able to pick up another pack of this, but I wanted to show it to you. Here's the DSP, and it's beautiful. So since it is not available, and then the other side is this water brush strokes. Since the DSP is not available, I was like, well, you know what? Let's use the stamp set to create our own DSP, because obviously, unfortunately, I'm not going to use the DSP with you to create cards today since you can't purchase it. But they have some great images if you do have it, if you were lucky enough to pick it up. That's what it looks like. So I went ahead and created my own DSP. And I kind of wanted to do a series creating your own DSP using stamp sets you have, especially if the stamp set you have doesn't have coordinating DSP. So what I did was keep in mind the fruit pattern and then the brush stroke pattern. So for the brush stroke pattern, we'll start there. I used my brush strokes background stamp. This is available and is carrying over in the next catalog, so you can pick this up whenever. But it's a great red rubber stamp that creates watercolor looking brush strokes. So what I did was I took Watermelon Wonder and Cucumber Crush and created my own pattern paper, or DSP with the brush strokes. Now, my stamping was not perfect, but that's okay because this is going to be a background piece anyway, so I don't really care. And the stamp, you have light spots. Okay, it's to look like brush strokes. So, coming back to the DSP, the actual DSP, this is the look I wanted to create. I wanted something, and you could do this in whatever color, but I wanted something that would coordinate with my fruit DSP. Now for the fruit, creating my own fruit DSP, here it is. I just took panels of Whisper White. We'll start with the strawberries, and I kind of used this one as my inspiration. Where is it? That is my inspiration. These are different size strawberries. So I did, you know, I worked with what I had. And I used Watermelon Wonder, Pear Pizzazz, and then Cucumber Crush to create my panel of DSP with strawberries. And I'm going to cut this down the center, and I'll be able to get 2 panels out of it. So there's that. Then I used the peach, and I used this as my inspiration. I did Watermelon Wonder and Tangerine Tango. I practiced some ink daubing technique, which if you saw yesterday's video, you saw I did some ink daubing, and then you huff on it and then it creates a nice, really cool look. But I wasn't having much luck. So I went ahead and just outright stamped it. The stamp is, again, like a watercolor looking stamp. So it's not going to be perfect. And even on the DSP, you have your light spots. But I really like how this came out. So Watermelon Wonder, Tangerine Tango, and then Pear Pizzazz. And these are using all stamps from the Fresh Fruit. So I used the peach, then the dots, and then the topping here, the solid image. And for the strawberries, I did the same thing. The strawberry, solid, and then for the little floral embellishments, whatever, I used this one, and then the dots. And then for the pear, which is actually my favorite, I don't like this overlapping look, but more than likely it'll be covered up anyway. But I really like the pear. I like the color combination. So I used, in this one, I used the solid, and then I came back with the outline. So I used Pear Pizzazz for the solid, Cucumber Crush for the outline. Soft Suede is where I brought what I used. That's why I brought Soft Suede in. So I just did a stamp off, and then I stamped the solid image, and then I did full strength with the outline image. And then I used Daffodil Delight and Flirty Flamingo. Same thing, I used the solid and the outline stamp. Now, just to tell you, Watermelon Wonder and Cucumber Crush, they are retiring. And I've never used Cucumber Crush until, I don't think I have. I haven't used the cardstock, at least, until this past week. And I'm like, oh my gosh, where has Cucumber Crush been all my life? Well, I believe the ink refill is now sold out and gone forever. So if you want these colors, you'll have to grab them fast. I don't know if Watermelon Wonder ink refill is sold out. I'm not sure. But I know the inks are still available, but the inks are while supplies last. So if you love these colors, grab them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pieces and I'm going to make 3 cards. And I've taken the card bases and already have cut and scored them. So I have Cucumber Crush, which is retiring, Watermelon Wonder, which is retiring, and this is So Saffron, but So Saffron's not in the color combo, but it'll go well. You can also choose Daffodil Delight, but I'm going to go ahead and stick to the So Saffron since I grabbed it by mistake instead of Daffodil Delight. So what I'm going to do, since I want to make 3 cards, and I don't want the video to be an hour long, I'm going to go ahead and make 2 cards, then I'm going to come back and make a card with you. But I wanted to show you how I created my own DSP. And if you feel like you missed out and may not want to get the stamp set because you can't get the coordinating paper, how you can create your own paper, and it just looks beautiful. Actually, looking at this through the camera, I think this is my favorite. But so I'll make 2 cards, and then I will be back and we'll make one together. Okay guys, before I show you the 2 cards I made, I forgot to mention Peekaboo Peach is one of the ink colors, and actually when I was showing you the DSP that I had made, the peaches, there's what I have left of it. This, from the actual DSP, is they use Peekaboo Peach. So hello, a little detail I was not thinking about when I was creating my cards. So anyway, here is the first card I made. I used the green, or the Cucumber Crush, the brushstroke stamp I had stamped out as a background. Then here is the strawberry pattern paper DSP I created, and I cut it down. Then I used Cucumber Crush, my circle scallop dies, to create the scallop circle. And then I used these stitched circle dies, which are separate from the scallop and circles. And these aren't in the current annual catalog, even though you can purchase them, but they will be listed in the upcoming annual catalog. But I'll include the link below if you do want to order it. They're really nice. So I use Whisper White, and then for the Love You More sentiment, I chose Watermelon Wonder. And then for the ruched ribbon, which I absolutely adore, beautiful ribbon, I'm sad to see it go, it is Flirty Flamingo. And my card base was Watermelon Wonder. So there's my first card. The second card, I used the Peach DSP I created. Here is the Peekaboo Peach ribbon. I decided to do the ribbon straight across without doing a bow. I used Cucumber Crush to stamp out thank you and just added a little banner die at the end, banner pennant. And then I used the stitched circle die again in Whisper White, and then the scallop circle and Cucumber Crush. And I went ahead and stamped the peach image in Peekaboo Peach this time. So it came out really good. And if you notice, I took Watermelon Wonder and ink daubed it here to create that shadowing effect to give it a realistic look. And this actually worked. So I like these types of, because it looks realistic when you look at a peach. So that worked really well with the ink daubing and huffing on the stamp. So I was really pleased with that. And then I used Cucumber Crush as my little topper for the peach. So there's card 2. For card 3, I'm bringing in my card base. I went ahead and trimmed down the pear DSP I created, and I'm bringing in my oval dies this time. So I did an oval scallop and Cucumber Crush, because now I'm obsessed with that color, and Whisper White. So what I'm going to do here, and I'm bringing in this ribbon, the Cucumber Crush striped ribbon. The inks I'm going to use are Pear Pizzazz and Cucumber Crush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and ink up on my white, oh, and I have a strip of Whisper White, but on my white oval, Whisper White oval, I'm going to go ahead and ink up my pear. I'm taking the solid image, and I'm using Pear Pizzazz. Go ahead and ink that up, and I'm going towards the bottom. And then I'm going to take Cucumber Crush and then ink up the outline stamp. And my stamp has a very low profile here. I don't know if they're all like that or it's just mine. So, I mean, you really have to type really light on your ink pad so you don't get the center part inked up. But I'm actually okay with the little splatters here. You can see it more on here. I'm okay with that. I don't care. So no big deal. But if that bothers you and you do get a stamp set, since this is retiring, I would immediately tell Stampin' Up! Because once their supplies are gone, I don't think they're going to do much for you. So I need my soft suede. I put that one up by mistake. So I will need my soft suede, and then I'm going to stamp my stem and leaves. Alright, I'm going to take my soft suede and I'm going to stamp up my stem, but I'm going to stamp off once I do that so it's a lighter. Well, it's not too light, but we're going to go with it. And then take my outline stamp and then add that. It's a little off center, but that's okay. Then I'm going to take my Cucumber Crush, and let me get this mat out of the way since it is kind of, so I was using it to stamp off and when I was making my DSP. Okay, that way you can see. I'm going to take my Cucumber Crush, and I'm taking these sentiments. It says, we age not by years, but by stories. And I'm going to stamp this in the pear. While I have the Cucumber Crush out, I'm going to take my white strip here and stamp up Happy Birthday. Alright, I went ahead and trimmed my sentiment. Instead of doing a fishtail, I just did a diagonal cut. So I'm going to go ahead and take this piece and my snail and adhere it to my scalloped piece. There we go. I'm going to take my piece here, my panel. Uh-oh. Go ahead and switch to fast views. and go ahead and adhere this down. I'm going to use my Stampin' Dimensionals to pop my little oval piece up. Put that aside, put my sentiment aside. See where I want to place this. I think I just want to do it. I'm going to cover this overlapping because I said I didn't like that. So I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm just going to cut a piece going across. And for the ribbon, I'm going to copy my sentiment. So I'm just going to do a diagonal, oops, kind of like that, and then we'll just have this straight. All right, for this, I'm going to use my fast fuse. Go across here. Okay, then I'm going to take this piece, place that there. Then I want my happy birthday. I like it up here, but I don't like that it covers the, oh well, we're going with it. Of course, if you recreate this card, you know, place it where you like. And a dimensional just fits, and then I will add a little bit of fast fuse. Oh, I guess I should take the backing off my dimensional. That probably would help. And then the Wink of Stella, it's clear, but it has like a gold tint to it. And I have to be honest, I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite. I don't really like the gold. If it's clear, I would like it to be clear. But since my leaves and stem are the soft suede, it would go good with the gold. So I'm just going to add a little sparkle just to the stems and the brown leaves. There we go. And that completes this card. I love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and found some inspiration, that if the DSP was something that you maybe wanted to pick up, and now you can't, it's gone forever, you can at least get the stamp set and make beautiful DSP. And of course this applies to any stamp set you have. I will try to incorporate more of these into my videos where you can create your own DSP. I think it's a great way to stretch your supplies. And maybe if you really love a stamp set and you really like the DSP and don't want to spend the money on DSP, this is another option where you can really get a lot out of your supplies. So the supplies I used for this card will be listed below. But if you have any questions about these cards, let me know and I will help you out. Remember that the stamp set is available guaranteed until the 22nd. But after that, it is while supplies last, and everything else is while supplies last. So if you really love Watermelon Wonder and Cucumber Crush, you want to grab those inks while you can. As of filming, they're still available. The ink refills, I know on Cucumber Crush are gone, but go to my store and grab what you can if you really want it. Don't forget to use that HOSTESS code so I can send you some free goodies in the mail. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.